Hello Transformers fans, this is Alvin Boyette with Alvin's Transformers World. Today is Alternate Timeline Appreciation Day, or ATAD, ATAD. And we're going to delve into alternate timelines just a tad. Yeah. Today, since the live-action movie people have decided to include Ravage, Soundwave's Ravage, into the new movie, I decided to do an excerpt from Beast Wars where Ravage appears, and he's been rebuilt into a Predacon. They explain that. Basically what Beast Wars is, if you don't know, it had great shoes to fill. It was the very first new Transformers series after Generation 1, and it came sometime later, in the late 90s actually, mid to late 90s. And it was done in CGI, computer graphics integrated. And because of this, it had a very small following at first. It was really good with the people who haven't seen G1, but the Generation 1 people tend to kind of ignore it or kind of cringe because of the graphics. As cool as they were, it wasn't animated the same way, and for some reason people didn't want to pay attention to it. But Beast Wars was a great series. It had a very slow first season, unfortunately, but it was still much more palpable than the first season of Transformers Animated, which is a much better show now. But Beast Wars had a very slow start. The second and third seasons were much better. And at any rate, Ravage has been rebuilt. Basically, the idea is that these Predacons and Maximals were from the future. They were descendants of the Transformers from Generation 1. They would go back in time with transwarp technology to Earth during the 4 million year period that the Ark crashed in Generation 1 and laid dormant with all the Transformers in it. Then during that period, they are on Earth. And so these future robots are stranded on Earth, and they can only transform for a short time until they start having problems, and they're stuck on Earth, and this is that story. And they have beast modes instead of cars and trucks and planes and things. And so Ravage appears, and he is like a judge basically, and he comes to take in Megatron 2. They never call him Megatron 2, but he admits in this clip that he named himself after the original Megatron. Watch closely. This is Ravage's only appearance in an alternate timeline so far that we know of, with the exception of the live-action movie, which is coming soon. So here it is, Ravage and Beast Wars. Enjoy.
He's been given our secretly developed transwarp cruiser. He will trace the transwarp wave back to its source. If Megatron is discovered still operating his own agenda, what are the agent's instructions?
Terminate with extreme prejudice. Someone's here. Someone we can't see.
After the Great War, a few Decepticons were granted amnesty. Most have retired, but rumor has it that one was reprogrammed and rebuilt as a Predacon. Hey! Ravage.
That was impressive. Return fire!
The only thing worse than this stinking friend is his stinking Decepticon.
Covert Agent Ravage, at your service. This ship is our advantage. Glory now. No! Greetings, Megatron. In the name of the Pax Cybertronia and the Predacon Alliance, you are under arrest. You were a piece of work. Even in prison, you still operate your own agenda.
You have no intention of returning me or any of us to Cybertron alive.
The Predacons will have their moment, but I served under the original Megatron. You have his name, but not his heart. Why should I tolerate your existence any longer?
This is Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. And if you are hearing this, it means I failed. This time. I know that transwarp technology is being developed. And so I leave this message to any Decepticon descendants that may find.
Retract bars.
Complying.
Let us talk. Decepticons forever!
Oh yeah!
Maximum shields are down. Tarantulas fall down to weapons.
Got a pair of metal bombs here with your name right on them. Eat 'em, my boy.
Decepticons forever!
I hope you liked that clip, and I thought it was pretty interesting that even though he was rebuilt into Predacon, that he was all Decepticon. And it's one of the only times you actually hear mention of Decepticons during the whole Predacon Maximal thing of Beast Wars. And I rather enjoyed Beast Wars a great deal, especially the second and third seasons. And after that, I really enjoyed Beast Machines, and that's another show for another day. Ravage is one of my favorites, and I always loved Ravage. He was a really cool cat. He spoke one time in G1. A lot of people don't realize that he did speak once during Generation 1, giving a report on energy. And so my cat's going crazy, but that's about it. I guess my cat's jealous of me talking about Ravage. Ravage was a cassette for Soundwave. I reviewed Ravage on this past Thursday for my toy review, so see that if you want to see what Ravage looks like in toy form. I don't have a Beast Wars toy of Ravage yet, but I will try to find one if I can, if one exists. I have not seen it, but I'm sure it does. If they'll make RC, they'll make anyone. Have a nice day. This was Alternate Timeline Appreciation Day. Very first one. Thank you. March 23rd, 2009.